Okay, so I'm going to do my January reading wrap-up. So I'm just gonna dive into it. Okay, so I read 21 books in January. The books that I read, I'm just gonna speed through them super quickly. Alice in Borderland Volume 1, hated it, never gonna pick that up again. I just saw it at the library and I was curious about the hype, so that's why I picked it up. I hated it really bad. Okay, Hunter x Hunter 12 through 18. I'm not a Greed Island fan. Didn't become a Greed Island fan. I'm happy to be rid of Greed Island, but I'm excited for Chimera arc because that's my favorite arc. Okay, Demon Slayer 1. Honestly, I didn't expect to like it as much as I did, and that's not exactly saying much because I didn't really expect to like it at all. And I have 2 and 3 on hold at the library. Okay, Pillow Thoughts by Courtney something. This is a book that I am unhauling as soon as possible. I hated it. It is the worst poetry I've ever read. Like, there is a market for like basic poetry, but it was like beyond basic, like to the point where it's like I don't know who is enjoying this. But yeah, I would not at all recommend Pillow Thoughts. It was one of my least favorite reads of the month. It was tied with another one that we will get to. I finished A Silent Voice. I read volumes 5 through 7. That ending leaves stuff to be desired, I will say that. Okay, next, Sakamoto Days, volume 7. I know, like, not everything is meant to be very serious. Some things are just meant for laughs. But I want Yuto Suzuki to get serious. I want him to get serious because when we're doing the same shit nearly like every chapter, and it's like I have never felt fear for our group. Like, I've never been like, oh, like we're really like fucked right now. I always feel like Sakamoto will save the day. Like, I want stakes, and I also want like heart. Like, yeah, it's cute seeing him like love his family, but like I want to be scared. I want to be on the edge of my seat. I'm not on the edge of my seat right now, and that is why I have not caught up all the way yet. I will make it there, but I am not in a rush, unfortunately. The art is always gorgeous, but at a certain point I need more than the art, and that's saying a lot because art is like very big to me in a manga. Anyways, okay, then I read volume 1 of Girl from the Other Side. I think I will continue this, but I am definitely not putting it at like the top of the list. It was interesting. Yeah. Beastars volume 1. I could continue it. I'm not too perched, honestly. Yeah. 20th Century Boys volumes 4 and 5, yeah. I was surprised, honestly, about, I'm not gonna spoil it, but just like the way that it's going. I thought we were gonna stay with certain people longer, but I know that Urasawa is gonna bring it home, and he just thinks so large scale. Honestly, like, Monster was a bit to juggle mentally, but this one I'm like, holy shit, bitch. He, like, I don't know how a motherfucker can think like so large scale and so intertwined. Okay, then I read Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto. I loved it. That was my favorite read of the month. I am going to read Banana Yoshimoto's backlog. I don't know if it's all gonna be this year, but I have Moshi Moshi. It was a banger. I definitely preferred Kitchen to the second one. It was something like morning, sunrise, sunset, something. Kitchen was a banger. Definitely didn't like the outdated references. But yeah, I think it's honestly like I will probably end up getting a copy for like my personal collection. But yeah, okay, I won't buy it. I'll buy it used though. I don't need it like fresh. Okay, then finally I read The Setting Sun by Osamu Dazai. Look, every time that someone makes like a list or video about Japanese literature, they like rave about The Setting Sun. I fucking hated The Setting Sun. I would not recommend it to anyone. It wasn't for me. It didn't give me what I thought it would give, and it also just didn't give me anything. I was left wanting, and I was also left wanting to be over with it. Like, it took way too long for me to finish 175 book as it took me like to read it. Like, it took way too long because I just wasn't perched. I wasn't interested. And I know, like, obviously just because a character is a protagonist, it doesn't mean they're supposed to be likable, but it just got like, and humans are illogical sometimes. They act out of like emotion, they act impulsively, but it was like so left field, some of the choices. Like, I know like you're at the end of the world sort of thing, like in your mind you're like, holy shit, like everything's crumbling, but it's sort of like, okay, I guess spoiler, like you want to have the baby of a man that you met once and you know he's married and it's been 6 years and you, okay girl, it was just, and then to, okay, it was just, I didn't like it at all. So right now Osamu Dazai is on the shit list. I don't know if I'm going to explore much more of his shit. Not too perched for him. But that was my wrap up. Best book of the month, Kitchen by Manami Yoshimoto. Worst two books is honestly a little bit of a tie between Pillow Thoughts by Courtney, whatever her name is, sorry, and then The Setting Sun by Osamu Dazai. The manga that I enjoyed the most that in January would have to be Hunter x Hunter, because I did have a little bit of Your Canoe in there to keep me afloat. But yeah, and least favorite manga, if I had to choose one, would have to be Alice in Borderland. That shit was trash. Okay, a little bit of a shorter video, but that's how I felt. Oh, also, my TBR of January. I did read Hunter x Hunter through the volumes that I wanted to. I read 20th Century Boys, a volume short, but I finished the volume the first day of February. Haikyuu, I don't know what it is. I opened Haikyuu and I was like, there's a lot of text on this page for something I'm not too invested in, and I haven't picked it up since, but it will be finished. It will be, and I will give a review. Beastars, I read. Pancreas, I started How to Eat Your, I want to eat your pancreas, yeah. I started it, I think I'm maybe halfway. It's alright. Yeah, I'm not writing home about it. Yeah. Emma, okay. I'm stalling on Emma. I gotta be honest, I'm stalling on Emma. I'm a third of the way through. The Setting Sun fucked me over because I was like, let me just finish The Setting Sun. And then I started On Earth We Are Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Wong. And yeah. Okay, then Setting Sun, read it, wish I didn't. And then Peach Blossom Paradise was the final thing on my TBR for the end of January. It got the boo, it got the DNF. I just couldn't stand it at a certain point. Like, how a story treats it's like women, especially early on. Like, why are you, okay, I guess like trigger warning sexualization. Why are you talking about like this girl's boobs jiggling when she's running? Like, it's a little out of left field. Like, it didn't have anything to do with the story. I mean, it's just, even if like it's just weird. And then like talking about like trigger warning essay, like essay and this sh like as jokes, it's sort of like, you're weird. Like that's where I like cut it. Like the boobs jiggling was like, okay, you're weird, you're a freak. And then the like little, it was like this weird insert like randomly, like I was like, okay, I'm over it, I'm done. I'm not perched for you, I'm actually like moving. I don't know, opposite of perched, bitch. I was walking. Anyways, so yeah, Peach Blossom Paradise has received the axe, and that doesn't bode well for Haruki Murakami whenever I get to him. I have heard some things, and I heard the things after I already bought the books. So Haruki probably will get a boot as well. I might do a video where, because I have Sputnik Sweetheart as well as Kafka on the Shore, which I have heard is a book. And I don't want to like trigger myself, so if it's like unbearable, I will like bow out. But I might try and do a video where I'm like reading Erika Murakami for the first time, and maybe I'll put like as a feminist at the end of it, like I am, but like for the clicks, y'all, for the clicks, get the clicks up. But anyways, yeah, if you want a refresher on the February TBR, although you could go watch my last video for a more in-depth look. Here's the refresher. We have Babel, RF Kwong. This is gonna be the one to fuck up the whole month. We're 3 days in, February's 28 days. I didn't really think, did I? Okay, then All About Love, Bell Hooks. I need to crack her open. I think I need to lead into February with Bell Hooks. Then Breast and Eggs, Miyako Kawakami. I want to love her. I really want to, like, I want to love all these, but Breast and Eggs, I want to love her. Because then I can go through Miyako's backlog. Carmilla by Joseph F. Chaudouin or something like that. Sapphic. That's honestly the one I want to read, that I want to lead with, like, if we're going from like the heart of hearts. So I may crack open Carmilla and All About Love today, because they're shorter ones, and especially Carmilla because I heard it has illustrations inside. But I also shouldn't have like a million books going at once. And then finally, On Earth We Are Briefly Gorgeous, which I am a quarter of the way through. I have it right here. Quarter of the way through. I am liking her. The war stuff is like, whew, like I might be on the ground with them, like it's very immersive type thing. Ocean Vuong, we like you so far. And also I saw this TikTok of him talking about like, I don't know, he said like something about like emotions being a storm. He also used like that type of imagery and description in this so far, and yeah, I'm hoping that certain things aren't too delved into, but since it is more of like autobiographical, you know what I'm trying to say, book, I will give slack, because it's not just like fiction where they're like boom for the fuck of it, like it is his life. But yeah, I'm liking Miss On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous. I'm liking her. But yeah, and honestly, like it was nearly a full, like a single sitting that I read the whole part 1, which is like 74 pages. So this is a quick read, honestly, very quick, very immersive, emotional. I've not cried yet, but I have a feeling I probably will. But yeah, I'm liking On Earth We Are Briefly Gorgeous. Other shit that I'm reading, Emma, as I said, We Are Strolling, but it's like I want to just finish it. I want to finish it, but this and Babel are gonna fuck me over. I just need to dive in. It's also I haven't been reading very much because mental fucker. I'm in Platinum End. I started her last night just so that I can get back into reading because I haven't read for a few days. She's not impressing me so far, but Takeshi Obata's artwork, I just love his artwork so much. Like, I want to buy one of his like art books. And then I've got I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, which, okay, wow, I am not half of the way through like I thought, which it's not impressing me, but I just want to read it since it's one of the popular romance manga. And that is it, actually. Oh, Zoran on TikTok, I believe Zoran on Instagram as well, she has a book club called Fantasy and Friends, which the book of the month is The Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart. So I am reading this, or rather I read it once. I'm on page 23. It's alright so far, but honestly I do want to get into fantasy more so I'm gonna try and stay with it, but it is not at all high priority. My TBR is high priority right now, to be honest. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm chewing on right now. Let me know your favorite reads of January, your least favorite reads of January, anything that you're trying to get into in February, and any recommendations. So yeah.